Yeah, it's just one of the realest video you will ever see about starting a business, right? I have no name, like you don't know me, but hopefully in the future you will. All right, Top Farm, where? That's the brand. All right, so we're going to start a clothing brand, and as we go along, we are learn stuff, and we wish we learn some of the stuff that we're about to mention in this video. And it's not even a lot of stuff because if you say you're going to be an entrepreneur and all your dream of your life is just to be an entrepreneur, right? And you're not really fascinated by the glitz and the glamour side, and you're not really buying to what everybody is telling you, so that it's a glamorous thing and it's you need to be your own boss and set your own hours, you know what I mean? If you grow up in a surrounding where all of your life, right? Like everybody what you know, like your mom, your dad, right? Especially your father, like such an integral part of your life, always being his one boss. So it's hard for you to really be motivated to be employed by somebody else or be employed to go run a company. You understand? Because everything you know is the person who you admire the most is his one boss and provide and raise you from that perspective. You understand where I come from? But as you go along and say, all right, we are going to do this, we realize how we are playing. The older you get, and or if you're in your late 30s, social media and the whole technology aspect new to you. There's no two ways about it, right? If you're late 30s, right? Early 30s, late 30s, especially if you're going on into your 40s and say you want to move into an entrepreneurial space right now where the world is just so technological driven, you are at a disadvantage. You understand me? And this is just, so as I said, this video is just to my take, what I've learned so far, right? And it's not a case of what nobody could have done videos on YouTube to show me. You just have to learn it, all right? And one of the biggest things I realize now, like, us in the West, we are more consumers. We're not really producers of nothing, right? And then you have platforms that's designed to connect us, right? Connect us. But the darker side of that, if you are going to a space where you don't know how to play, if you are going to try move from a C or a D league as you want to play in the A league, you'll be exploited no end, right? Like I've been on Fiverr, I've been on people per hour, you name it, right? And I'm seeing these prices to do simple things, right? And kudos to YouTube, because if you just break the stigma that I'm too old to learn about technology, I'm just going to have to learn it, right? You will save yourself a lot of money, right? Because if you see where everybody is saying, oh, Shopify is the place to be, and Shopify is simple, and Shopify is this. But if you are telling yourself that I don't know what I'm doing, so you know what? I want to do this. Like I said, I want to create my own clothing brand. And with reading the right books and just conditioning my mind to know that there's obstacles to come and I have to overcome it, a brand is doing amazing, right? But it just started to get in on top of me now. Like, I don't know a lot of these things. I don't know what they should cost, right? Am I paying too much? Am I paying too little? Am I being exploited? It's like a darker side of the whole Fiverr and the whole contact somebody and say, look, I have a Shopify page. I need some work done on the page, right? I just need an extra page land, basically like an accessory page, and the person contact me back, say £300. You understand me? And I'm like, no, that can't be right? So I get up and I said, I need to learn to do it. Went on to Shopify, watch a few videos on YouTube, boom, within 2 minutes, I did it. Like, it just bring me to that place. I'm thinking, have I been paying? Because I've had a lot of work done, right? And how can somebody want £300? But I did it myself. Right? When I watch the videos and I learn and I figure out how to do it. How can somebody want? So who is regulating this space? Who is saying like, so we need, like, I don't do videos to financially profit off of videos, but some of these content providers need to look and say, you know, let's give a guideline, because I can't find a video and said, look, if you want a Shopify build, shop build, if you don't want to do it, you want to pay somebody, this is the most you should pay. Right? And if you pay this amount, this is the quality shop you should expect, or this is what you should expect. But because we are operating in a space where it's like a literally free for all. So the person wants £300. If you do like a page for me to add an accessory page on my land, whatever the landing page or wherever it's supposed to be, and I figure it out and do it within 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is what I'm saying, like, it's all good we living in this technology era, but are we being exploited by people in India and Pakistan? So the people of UK, if you're in the 30s or whatever you're in, please take the time out to know what things supposed to cost and what you're willing to pay, right? Because even I paid about £1,500 to do my website from a British company, only to find out that he sub out the work to somebody in India. When I checked the IP address, the website was created in India, right? And some people work for cheap, and the guy charged me £1,500. Now I call the company name as yet, but me not finished with him yet. £1,500 to do it because I did not know. Do you understand what I'm saying? So these are the things we just want to highlight. So it's a very dark and murky waters out there for people of certain age who are getting into entrepreneurship. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we're living in a technological era. If you miss one click, everything is out. It's such a minefield out there, and we get scared sometimes, and we're like, we'll pick I value expertise. And if somebody go and say to me, say, this is what I'm not here doing this video to say that persons who is charging what they're charging isn't worth it. Does that make sense? But I'd say that I would like to have a guideline, right? We'd like to have a clear guideline. I said, this is what this should cost. Because when I look back this man, I said, I take something and did it for like under 3 minutes. And somebody was saying to me that they need £300 to do it. No, come on, that's not fair, right? That cannot be fair. We all have to make a living. We have to make a living. And if you think your work is worth £300, it is. But where do we draw the line? Does that make sense? So as I build my brand, this is just what I want to come here and share a bit of the experience, right? Because there's a lot of noise out there and a lot being said, but not much being said. So building a brand aspect is easy. What you're good at is easy. As you go forth and build a brand, what you're good at is easy. What is difficult is when the technology aspect, because I see myself as a creative person, right? I come up with my idea, my concept, and I want to execute it, right? But there's stuff I don't mind paying people for, but what I don't want is to be exploited, right? So if you decide to do a brand, don't allow yourself to be exploited by paying over the ads for stuff that you'll find good videos and stuff out there. So kudos to the people who's taking the time out to doing the good videos on YouTube, right? You are really helping a lot of people to achieve their dream. But we have a darker side where people from certain part of the world is just out to get as much as they can. And I'm saying don't fall prey and victim to that, right? Brand is top form, right? Not going to give up. Still working at it. It is doing well with all of the challenges so far, because we have to come to the realization you cannot write a book without having a story to tell, whether it's a good story or a bad story. So with all of the challenges where we are facing, we definitely are rising to the occasion. All right, we have learned so much on the technological side, right? But there's still a lot to be learned.